One thing that interests me especially is that when I listen to your music, I find it very, how could I say, classic a cappella, and not really. Actually, it is interesting why I thought that I should hear some kind of traditional African effects in your music or something like that. So, what is your what is your relation to that African musical tradition?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I should say, we've got a vast repertoire. Really, really vast repertoire, and then also it depends to the function, what type of function it is. So sometimes it becomes a bit tricky to choose to say, okay, fine, maybe what are we going to sing for this chance? What are we going to sing for this function? So it's more or less like that. We've got a couple of African music, interesting one. I think we'll sing for you one of them before the program ends. I think you'd like to hear something from Namibia.
Yes.
It's what should I say?
With the classical music also is that sometimes back in 2007, we decided to go a little bit out of our comfort zone. Of course, our comfort zone was a cappella, and then we decided to go like, okay, because back home we're looking more into the corporate, the corporate market, and then see, okay, what could we bring in apart from just a cappella, and then we adapted another repertoire. We extended the repertoire to classical music. I don't know if you know about El Divo. And those, and we started doing, like quite a number of their, songs that they did, but we decided we are going to take the a cappella flavor, and mix it in the classical, and well, as our background of music is not more into the theory part, so I think somehow I would say that. Because of that background, also it given us like an open range where we know that okay, we can be able to to do anything so long as within the music, and then I think because of that we decided to experiment and see how it's gonna come out, and by I mean to our surprise, it's like our local people, especially the corporate community, they really accepted, that music so well, such that they knew how El Divo sounds or any other classical music that is, that really does it in a professionally, professional level. And then they were trying also to compare with what they know about us being an a cappella group and doing that. And they said we totally brought like a different, sound, to it. And because of that, that's why you find, I think we are trying also to apply, almost in some songs that we do. Like, of course, the other song that we did there, the competition, Sweet Hour Prayer, you could really, hear, more of that flavor, bringing that flavor and so on. And the good thing also is we are not restricted, when it comes to, to listen to other, other groups or other music. We are not restricted. Restricted because sometimes you find we also listen to Brazilian, for instance, groups, and then we try to see, to hear the range and how their music is rearranged, and so on. And we try to also just to go, to experiment, and I think that helps us also, to broaden up.
Yes. So. Still, I'm wondering that, how do you, or what is the sound that you are trying to achieve, or how do you want to identify yourself, or is it like you have made a decision that you are not want to be identified, or that's the Namibian group that sings African music?
Well, I just want to add to something that Vasco said. And I think it will answer part of your question. Vocal MotionSix is all about harmony. And for us, it's really important to keep that. As much as we do classical as much as we do sometimes with all our a cappella pieces, you'll find that harmony is what is in all of them. Whether we do with the classical, even within a classical song, we make sure that our harmonies are tight and brought out strongly. So whether we sing all together, I mean, in a song, or whether there's a solo, it's important to balance all the voices, and that is, I think, what we mastered harmony and how to blend in our voices all together.
Yeah, and also coming to your question, to answer it in full, I hope this time. The thing is, we have not restricted ourselves to only sing Namibian music. And also we are looking at growth. I'll give you an example. VM6, we were in China.
Exactly.
So for us to get into the Chinese market and the people of China to accept you, you need to do something in their own language. So even we also have some songs that we were talking with Riot on, that we need to do a collaboration. So there are some things whereby if you look at Namibian market is a handful. And out of 2 million people, maybe only 100,000, they love us. And maybe 50,000, they're the only people who are willing to buy our music. You know? So now if you look at all that, it affects us to concentrate only the indigenous Namibian music. It's not that that's why when we started also, we have a very strong influence on these other groups like Tech Six, the King's Messengers, or this time Riot on the Real Group, so Club for Five.
Yes.
When we listen to that, we also want to be on that level. So when we bring music, whether we're gonna go get the song, the deeply rooted indigenous Namibian song, we want to pull it up to bring it on that level, so that when we sing, it will still sound the same. And there's a couple of songs that we have changed a lot, because we felt, okay, fine, if we need to do this song, then it gotta be, it's either it's us who're gonna do this song, and nobody else will ever do it the way we're gonna do it. Yeah. So mostly, I would say we are looking at where the standard is. We are singing some songs of the people that we look up to. So that's why of course we do on request. People, if they request us, we want you to do this song, it's a Namibian, then we're gonna make sure we deliver. Yeah. I don't know if I answered part.
Yes. So you want to have a very diverse repertoire.
Yes.
Yes, so to say. What kind of plans do you have, or dreams as a group?
Okay, I'll start. All right. Currently, what is so interesting is that, of course, I still, I'm always referring back to 2 years ago, when we were in Finland, and I think our first time being here, we've learned a lot, and we also, adapted a lot of stuff. And currently, as we speak, VM6 will be hosting, an international a cappella festival, first ever, in the history in Namibia. Of course, I don't know in Southern Africa if they still, but we never heard of any, and that is like, I would say, it's an achievement, for us, and it's something that when we talk about future plans, we are looking forward to, because as we speak right now, our guest artist, there will be a Rioton in Namibia, and we'll be the first one to bring Rioton to Southern Africa.
Yes.
You know, and also we also have a posture project. Posture project. Yesterday I heard about the correct, pronunciation. Yeah, we're also bringing them there. Of course, they'll also bring their style, and people will try to get to understand what a cappella is all about, and we also bring a group from South Africa, and of course ourselves plus all the local a cappella groups, and also we also accommodate some choirs. Of course, there will be also workshop, so that they can also benefit our people, especially those who are also who look up to us, and so on. So that is like something that we are looking forward to. And
yes, I have to ask because you said earlier that when you started, a cappella was not so popular or well known in Africa. What is the situation now?
Of course, we are talking about now. I mean, we are talking about 6-7 years ago. Yes, it was like that, and the fact that even the music industry back then, it was still young. We did not really have a lot of Namibian artists coming out. Whether in any genre, but then now you find that previously we used to get a lot of South African artists who come, and then perform and do all those kind of things, and then but now you find that now the platform is quite bigger. And because of that, everybody, is out there looking for something new when it comes to music and so on. And so that's why now the a cappella music especially now is being appreciated. It's being appreciated, and then people, they know. Because the only one thing we discovered is that one of our marketing strategy is that everybody knows that a cappella exists. It's only that they cannot tell that is a cappella that they're listening to. For instance, they have been listening to, Boyz II Men is quite common. All for One, The Temptations, they listen to this music, over and over, but they cannot tell that is a cappella. Now, what we are just trying to do is just to press that button and say that, listen here, what you are listening there is a cappella. And right now it will be happening in this way, So, and of course, the good thing also is that we have like our national TV, on board, who will be like helping us, with the marketing and so on, and the awareness. So, and then our marketing strategy is also quite strong. And as we speak right now, it's already in process, like to sensitize people, for them to know, to educate them, to let them know that yes, we've been listening to this and that, but you are missing out this, So please. And of course, the festival itself is it will be happening like from the 28th to the 31st, of August. So of course, there's still time to bring out that. Plus also the workshop, of course,
Yeah, and so just on the plans also. Before we also have a trip next month to Germany and Austria.
Yeah.
To perform at the European Choir Games. Yeah, and also in Germany it's also a vocal festival. So we are also guest singers there.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you dream of?
I'm coming. Dreaming of. We're hoping that one of these fine days we should be able not only to host like festival like what Vasco has said, but also to be able to grow musically to the level of the Club for Fire, Rioton, to that level, and also to be able to be stable, that we can be able to help out our local artists back home. Yeah. To be able to plow back to say, hey, at least we've had chances and opportunities, and then this is also how we can be able to help you to get maybe to reach your goals here and there. That is what we're trying to work at, try to be able to have maybe our own label, and then also have a studio. We can be able to say, okay, fine, because it's a bit difficult, like right now in Namibia, to say if you want, let's say, to put up an album, an a cappella album, for example, I should put it like the understanding of how to produce the a cappella music and all is not really there at all.
It's not there.
It's not there.
Yeah.
So meaning to say, if one has to maybe record an a cappella album, unless maybe you go to South Africa,
We import producers.
or import producers from the US, from England, from right here, things like that. So now we also want to be able to come to that level, whereby in Namibia we'll be able to produce good quality a cappella music that at the end of the day our people can be able to benefit. That it shouldn't be things of where they have to maybe to start still keep importing for the next 5-10 years. Those are some of our dreams. I should put it that way.
Yeah.
Thank you for the interview, Vocal MotionSix, and next we will hear some music again. Could you tell what is the piece that you are going to sing?
Yes.
Yeah.
The song about sing, it comes from the northeastern part of Namibia. This song, it's a traditional spiritual song. It talks about the time when it's about
Jesus.
Yes, about the time when Jesus was in a ship.
A speedboat.
No, it was a boat. Yes, and then there was these big waves, and then he said, "Peace, be still."
It's a very
Well-known song.
very well known song. It's sung by choirs and whatsoever. But VM6 have been the first one who have changed to something like what we're about to sing right now.
Enjoy it.
Let's see. I'll check the camera. How
Okay.
is looking. Now everybody is in the picture.
Okay.
Good. Are we still in?
Yes. Check again.
te 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 te.
Satske nami, satske uiba, tatse trute ditese, tiklaba
Singing Kenyaba,
tatse trute ditese.
Taharukire futam, mwena ko, ekundunguta liritura, te 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 te. Taharukire futam, mwena ko, ekundunguta liritura, te 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 te.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.